me, and wow, this has been such a long time coming. Oh my god. And it's really been on my mind for a while, and finally, thanks to the motivation of a lot of people, thank you all, and me actually getting to it myself, like just locking in, I am here. And I'm really excited. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I finally allowed myself to do this. So let's go. Please subscribe to my channel. Do it now. Thank you very much. Like and share this video, because this channel is going to be about something that concerns every single person on the surface of this planet. And it is women's health. This channel is about women's health. And yes, it concerns all of us. So subscribe, okay? And like this video and share to everybody. Right, so women's health, but in particular PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Don't know if you might have heard of it, might have not. It's more common than we think, and it's something that is not spoken about enough. It's a hormonal situation, okay, and it affects, I think, 1 in 10 women, which is ridiculous considering the amount of research that goes into women's health. I was reading somewhere on Instagram, I was watching a video on Instagram, and there was this doctor that was saying that it's 1 to 2% of research that is dedicated to women's health. We are 50% of the population, boys and girls. This is when you take out like cancer or things pertaining to women in particular. 1 to 2% of research. Now, I don't know if that is here in the UK or generally, but any which way, it doesn't make any sense that just 1 to 2% of research is dedicated to women's health. And then you can imagine the tiny fraction that is dedicated to things like PCOS, endometriosis. I put the word endometriosis. You can imagine, and things like that affect a lot more women than we know. As far as we know, it has no cure. PCOS has no cure, and you can only manage it, with your diet and lifestyle and things like that. And it's very funny, It's not actually. It's not funny. But it's when you think about it, you can't but laugh, because your doctor will tell you things like, oh, go and lose weight, as if that's not taking care of all your problems, or they'll put you on contraceptive like they did to me when I was 13. There's just a lot to unpack. And then there's the mental health part to it. Oh dear, where do I even start? I'm not going to turn this into a story time, because today's not a day for that. But this is just to let you understand that there's a lot to talk about when it comes to PCOS and these things. There's so much that people don't know. And when you go on the internet, there's a lot of, the little information that you can find is not something Black women, Nigerian women, African women can relate to. And that was one of the things that, prompted me to make this channel about this. I was online one day, I think I mentioned this to one of my friends, and there was this PCOS page I stumbled on Instagram, and the person posted things you can eat to help your hormones, and because I'll mention some of the things that are symptoms of PCOS, and she was saying things you can eat, because diet is a huge part. Oh my god. Diet is a huge part of managing PCOS, and all the things that she posted. First of all, where will you find them to buy in somewhere like Nigeria? Secondly, who is going to eat it? So there are lots of things that don't serve Black women, Nigerian women, African women. And again, that's one of the things that got me thinking I should be able to put out things that would help women that look like me, women that come from where I come from. If you haven't put it together by now, I live with PCOS. Maybe I should just say it out loud. And there's just a lot to unpack. There's a lot to talk about. There's so much. It's ridiculous when you think about how there's so little research regarding this thing, when it presents in so many ways that it's difficult to miss. And if this kind of things are presenting in a lot of men, you would think that somebody somewhere would be like, okay, what's going on? No, because again, women. But you know what, let's not get into that. PCOS can present, like I said before, in a range of ways. You have things like irregular periods, which is I think the most common symptom of PCOS, where you can see your period this month for like 3 weeks or 1 month. Yes, you'll be bleeding for 1 whole month straight. That's happened to me before, so I know what I'm talking about. Or you would bleed maybe for like a week or so. The point is the bleeding is usually way more than 5 to 7 days, and then after that you will not see it for like another 6 months. That might sound like a good thing to girlies, but it's not. Believe me, it's not, because when your cycle doesn't go as normal as it should, there are a bunch of other things that can happen because of that. The point is not shedding, even though it is one of the most unnecessary things a woman can go through, should go through. We are going through it, the whole monthly shedding, even though it seems like it's just a bother, it's very important. So not having your period for 6 months is not the greatest thing, and then it just randomly comes one day after 6 months, and just like, here we go again, shed for another 1 month. And a lot of women experience heavy bleeding, so because of that you end up being anemic. Like I said, there's a lot to unpack, and these things should be spoken about. If you look at my eyes, look at them, they're very white. They've been like this since I was little, and I love my white eyes. As a matter of fact, I take pride in my white eyes, but they are not white for the right reasons, okay? So yeah, I suffer anemia. Thankfully mine isn't really chronic, like extreme. I don't need like infusions or anything like that, but I only have enough blood to survive right now. Sometimes I have to go on iron tablets and tablets that will help me have blood basically, and all those things. So that's a ripple effect of losing so much blood. When you do lose blood, I've already started diving into it, and I have not even said the other things I'm going to be bringing to this channel. It's not just going to be about serious talk, women's health, blah blah blah. Although I'm going to try to make that as lively as I possibly can when I share my stories and things that I've been through and things that people I know have been through, if they allow me to share. But this channel is also going to be about me taking you outside. Yes. I will not necessarily say I like to be outside, but in this country that I live in Cambridge in England. I moved from Lagos in 2022. This country will make you go outside. You are not an introvert till you live in a country like this. If you live in this country, or as I've heard, a lot of other European countries, even America, and you still like to stay inside, you are an introvert. Yes. But if you live in this country and you find that you start to go outside, you maybe you are not as big an introvert as you think you are. So because days like this where we have the sun are not very common. I'm making this video right now because the sun is shining. Yes. So days like this are not very common, and when the sun does come out, you follow it. You too, you go outside, you go out. So I like to travel. Not the process though. I don't like the process of traveling, but I like going places, basically. And I'll bring you along on all my shenanigans. I cannot wait for this summer. I can't. And also, drama, I'm going to be reading my writing. Things that I've written, I write, obviously. And I'm going to be sharing lots of my writing, which I used to do before on Instagram, but I stopped posting on Instagram randomly, and I have been afraid to post on Instagram ever since. My last post on Instagram, I think, was 2020 during NSAS, and that's because NSAS is very dear to my heart. Nigerians understand, and I'm not going to dive into that. It's a little bit too dark. But yeah, I stopped posting on Instagram, and now I'm trying to get back to posting on Instagram. As a matter of fact, maybe this channel is going to help me and encourage me to post more on Instagram, because obviously I need to put things on my socials for people to understand that I have a channel that I'm trying to promote and get people to subscribe to. Speaking of which, subscribe. Thank you very much. And yeah, I also love to listen to music, and I love to read. I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a bookshelf that is full of books, and I love to read. Typically, I'm an African literature type of girl. English. I'm an African literature type of girl. I love African literature. I love being able to relate to what I'm reading. And people say reading is, a form of escapism, But I like a dose of reality in my escapism too. So I love African literature and I love psych thrillers too. Yeah, so I love to read and I love to listen to music. God, I do. I love music so much. So much. But yeah, I'm going to be bringing all of that to this channel and I promise you it's going to be fun. Please stay with me. Stay with me. Stick with me. Don't leave me, please. But yes, but you see, the thing is, you will not be able to see all these things if you don't subscribe. So once again, subscribe to my channel. You will not die. It is easy. It's not going to cost you anything. Thank you very much. Tell everybody you know to subscribe to a channel that is talking about women's health, that is bringing awareness to Black women and the things they struggle with when it comes to PCOS. Do it. Thanks. So yes, I cannot say that this is going to be all fun and games, but I promise to make it as lively and as bubbly as I possibly can, because struggling with something, or like living with something, doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be all bad. I think there's a lot of good that can come from sharing experiences, which is what I am doing. And I honestly cannot wait to share a lot. There's a lot I need to talk about. Like the way your mental health can be in shambles and somebody's expecting you to show up at work and smile. Okay. And how your body chooses to fight against you even though you're doing your best. And how your doctor once again will tell you to go and lose weight. Even when you're trying so hard. And all the right things and wrong things you might be doing when you are trying to deal with this thing. Point is, there's a lot to unpack once again, like I have said countless times in this video. I think you should understand now that there's a lot to unpack and I cannot wait. So please like this video, share this channel, share this video, and subscribe, please. I'm putting my hand in front of me so that I will not seem like I'm threatening, but please subscribe, okay? Thank you very much. And I will see you in the next video. When I snap my finger, you will subscribe.